Yo, yo, yo! In this video, I'm going to show you how to play the lick that you just heard. This idea has featured on the 60 Seconds of Shred YouTube channel before, but I've never done an in-depth lesson on how to play it. So, let's get to it. First thing you're going to do is a hammer on from frets 5 to 8 on the low E string. And you're going to do a downstroke of your guitar pick. Then you're going to play fret 5 on the A string with a hybrid pick using your middle finger on your picking hand. Then we're going to pick fret 8 on the low E, pull off to fret 5, and then hammer on back onto fret 8. So that gives us this. Then we're simply going to do the same pattern on frets 5 and 7 on the A and the D string, 5 and 7 on the D and the G, 5 and 7 on the G and the B, and then it's going to change slightly. On the B and the high E strings, we're going to do the same thing, but add a hammer on from frets 5 to 8 on the high E at the end. Then we're going to take that pattern and move it across to frets 8 and 10. Same two strings, obviously. Then do the same thing on frets 10, 13 on the B, and 10 and 12 on the high E. And then here's the awkward one. We've got frets 13 and 15 on the B, and then 12 and 15 on the high E. So here, I'm kind of skipping my first finger from the 13th fret B to the 12th fret B. And to be fair, that is quite hard to do. So you'll probably have to isolate this bit and practice it on its own before you put it into the context of the rest of the lick. Then we're going to move across to frets 15 and 17. Then we're going to do the same thing on frets 17 and 20, and then 17 on the high E. But then something slightly different. We're going to play 17 high E, hammer on to 20, pull off back to 17 like this. Then we're going to pull off from 20 to 17 on the B, and then hammer on back to 20. So all the way through this, that's this. Then we're going to play 17 high E, pull off from 20 to 17 on the B, and then hammer on back to 20. Then we're going to put all that together. By the way, that 17 on the B string, I'm doing as a hammer on from nowhere. Here. We're approaching the end now. We're going to do 17 high E, hammer on to 22, then pull off back to 17 on the high E. Then we're going to kind of do the same lick that we did before. 20 on the B, pull off to 17, hammer on to 20. And then 17 high E, pull off from 20 to 17. So if I put all that together. And again, I'm doing that fret 20 on the B as a hammer on from nowhere. And again, I'm doing that 20 on the B string as a hammer on from nowhere. Here. Then we've got a bend on the 20th fret B that goes up one full tone. So let me just put that last bit of lick together. And then the final part of the lick. You have to be careful of the timing here. All of the other note values were basically 16th notes, apart from that last bend. But in this section, we're going to play what's called a quintuplet. So that's where we squeeze 5 notes into the space of one beat. The notes that we're going to play are as follows. You're going to pick fret 7 on the G, hammer on to 8 with your little finger, pull off back to 7, and then pull off to 5, all on the same string. Then you're going to play fret 7 on the D, and that's your 5 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to repeat that 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to play frets 5 on the G, 5B, little bend, and then play 7D to finish. So that's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, let me put it together with some tab. One thing you could do to make this slightly easier overall is bar your first finger across the B and the high E strings wherever appropriate. This won't work throughout this lick, but where you can do it, it might make a difference between you being able to play it and not being able to play it. I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial as much as I enjoyed making it. If you haven't done so already, please make sure that you subscribe to the 60 Seconds of Shred YouTube channel. Oh, and hit that like button, leave me a comment, whatever, it all helps. See ya.